So this is a great. This is a pure comedy. If you like wild humor, have a blast now.
Seth here. Apologies for the delays. I've been busy bone mashing for the past few weeks. Look it up. I really don't think I need to explain myself or why gently hammering my chin and cheeks will eventually mold my natural skull to that of a Cro-Magnon grug. Listen, I've been listening to
That's how you get the
5G
head.
And according to men talking to other men, women desire nothing more than a man that looks like Australopithecus.
Guys, do you remember when people actually believed that, like, big, like, siren antennas and, like, vaccine and just generally a lot of things that the state is trying to make you, like, take over your brain and control you with 5G? Remember when people are freaking out about 5G? Wasn't that like the wildest thing ever? I still try to fathom and think about the situation like that's been happening the past 10 years. There's some like insane freakouts human beings been having these past years. I don't know what the hell 6G. Everyone worried about the 6G. Now the 6G, dude, they were worried about the 5G. They wait until the 6G, dude. We're getting another expansion. Holy shit, 6G. Dude, what the fuck, man? I swear, I don't know. Some humans are interesting. Hi there, Ramson. Welcome. How you doing? Welcome. Did some humans, man, pop off too hard? That I don't know what the hell. They gotta just go lay down. Dude, you know the thing I love most about Asmon? You know when someone disagrees with him, doesn't listen to at all his like what his arguments are, and he's just like, you know, but you're not even paying attention. You're too stupid to understand what we're talking about. Just go lay down. Just go lay down. This is exactly what I feel about everyone just being mad for being mad. Just go lay down, dude. It's best to just ignore this. Turn around. Don't look at a computer. Go lay down. It's best for you to ignore this. There's nothing happening, all right?
My transformation of mind and body. I've been playing something real good.
This coconut is so good.
Is a turn-based
Song of Conquest. I've never heard about this game,
which currently has 4 games in it, and that's including Heroes 6 and 7. Songs of Conquest is a spiritual successor to Heroes of Might and Magic.
Oh, that I've heard.
It's
really
a damn good one, which means I am spiritually contracted by the laws of a greater universe, by the creator sons who built this plane of Eurasia to see this game financially prosper. Remember, in this life I am nothing but the mouthpiece of Moloch. I'm just here to tell you what to consume. I like my games like I like my women. A famous YouTuber once told me while driving past the local kindergarten.
The pixel art looks really good. Look at that fucking Giga Chat arm.
This is not a joke. It's a cry for help. Ever since the gold play button arrived, I've realized I'm in a den of predators, and there's a hierarchy. Every blood moon we have to offer the vitae of a child.
I saw a cute boy.
Since the gold play button arrived, I've realized I'm in a den of predators, and there's a
Look who it is, dude. Can I ask, who the fuck is this guy? How does this guy, who is this? Who is this? Who is this guy, and what relation, how does he come after as, what is happening? Not as bald as I remember. This pic, like Asmon can this is a bit of older picture. I can't wait until Asmon get his hair transplant. When he gets his hair transplant, it's gonna look like a Giga Chat. Is that Swagger Souls? Is this Swagger Souls? He was 42. Yeah, now he's like 93. I know. My old man is your agent. So, dude, I don't even know who any... I have seen this guy being memed by Internet Historian a couple times, and same with this dude. I thought these were the same guys. I have no idea who... I don't know who most of these people are. I'm not gonna lie. But I saw Asmon, I was like, damn.
Hierarchy.
Is it Iron Pineapple?
Every blood moon we have to offer the vitae of a child to Mr. Beast. If you refuse to comply, UMG will copy strike all your videos. And I really need that AdSense money. Songs of
Imagine you walk down the street and you find Mr. Beast and he's like fucking gone all crazy and is about to shank you. I think I'd be less scared. I'd be more like, what the fuck is even happening in this world? If I saw Mr. Beast ready to come and shank you, dude. It's for a video! You'll get $5 million! Oh, wait, what?
Early access. technically, it's completely functional and has more than enough content to justify the price tag, which is ironic because I didn't pay for it. Gameplay.
Impossible scenario. I don't go outside. I see a man of culture as well. I as well try to not go outside that much. Only when I must. When I must. I only go outside for 3 things. Actually, like, I guess 2 things. To get something, which is like groceries or something specific I need. Or to like, fucking go to the gym. I try to stay. I've honestly become such a degenerate. I don't want to go outside anymore. I like being home. I don't want to go out. I don't want to go anywhere. I absolutely don't want to go. I just want to stay home, be calm and relax, and don't worry about anything. I just want to chill. Fuck going outside.
Because I've played so much Heroes, I do primarily talk about this game in comparison to Heroes of Might and Magic. So, what's in common? It's a turn-based fantasy strategy, where each player owns a number of heroes with a limited number of moves per turn. They can be used to fight monsters, take resources, and upgrade towns to fill their ranks with more powerful units. The objective is
I've learned one thing: I should not touch Arizona.
There's no overland spells, thank God, because I'm tired of living in a world with town portals and dimension doors, where a single man can simultaneously defend every town on the map, yet lives in perpetual fear of a dungeon player who, depending on RNG, has both a movement points and mana to dimension door across the entire map and take every single town you own in a single turn. I find this entertaining, engaging, dopaminergic, and to the person who inflicted this upon me after a 4-hour game, I wish you a very pleasant retrograde ejaculation. Instead of heroes, they're called welders. Welders are attuned
the
to
way this man is with his words
of this world. Every unit
he could whisper in my ear all night.
And quantity of essence when their turn begins, adding to the welder's total. You have one spell book containing every spell.
It looks like visually really good.
Underwhelming until you realize I never said anything about casting one spell, because you can cast every spell multiple times, and they stack.
What's special about Arizona's winter?
Can you cast in a single turn? Infinite. Your only limitation is imagination, and of course, the amount of essence you possess. Combat is effectively a chessboard, except my queen gets 10 consecutive moves, because I collected 21 yellows and purples. Towns are no longer a single screen. They're actual towns surrounded by external buildings. These are modular. You can build whatever you want, provided you've got the space for it. Unlike Heroes, where units are produced in bulk at the start of each week, here you produce a constant supply every day. This takes a bit of getting used to, but the logic is you get to see an immediate return on your investment immediately, as opposed to 7 days. And because build sites are modular, there's nothing stopping us from building 6 rat warrens at the same time and dedicating ourselves to playing a purely rat-based experience. Generally, you
that's a
produce
fat
more
boy.
than you
Holy
have actual
shit!
money to buy. Economy is important, and we must
Those are
increase our
disgusting
GDP.
sausages,
For this reason,
not the
half
second
the towns
one.
I conquer, out of necessity, will become plantations. Yes, it's a fantasy military campaign. And you know what? It still runs on corn. Also, I have found that all the resources I ever need cannot be found. So I have to build markets, and then I have to build more markets to offset the horrible exchange rate, because I cannot afford to buy lean rock at such prices. Conquering the town of another faction gives you several options. Raze it to the ground and rebuild as your own, convert the town, which replaces each building with your respective faction equivalent, or occupy the town, which means you keep it intact. You can't do anything with it, but for every turn it's occupied, you generate an obscene amount of money. In case you haven't figured it out, you can't mix races. Sorry, that doesn't sound very good. You can't mix different factions in this game. Some might be upset about this, but there's a very simple explanation. Each of the 4 races generate very different types of essence. If you could mix and match, you would have access to the strongest spell combinations in the game, which, by design, are intentionally difficult to obtain. Combat is very...
You just missed everything, man. It's been crazy. How was your meeting? Dude, I tried to like Might and Magic once, like a long fucking time ago, because it has such much RPG elements to it. I just can't get into these games. I love Civilization. It's not really the same, but it sort of has a bit of the same thing. But I love Civilization 5. But I think that's the only one type of game like that I actually enjoy.
very similar to heroes. If you're not familiar, each unit is called a stack. The number represents how many identical units are inside that stack. For example, these are ducks. They are a stack of 7 ducks, but I can split them into 7 stacks of 1 duck. Does that make sense? Either way,
yes.
I can't hear you, so I'm going to continue. Dependent on the command ability of your welder, your army contains between 3 to 9 stacks. Unlike heroes, your stack has a maximum size depending on the unit. This is so you actually play the game, instead of playing Necropolis, which involves waiting inside your base until the numbers get so high they stop rendering. I'll never forget the tactical genius of telling all my units to wait.
I love my meetings because then I don't have to work.
Opponent to match my strategic prowess
by listen to nonsense and get paid.
Units wait, which put us right back to the beginning as if
lazy
nothing ever happened. Delaying your turn to bait out the enemy, thankfully, is no longer an option. Every unit now has a zone of control, meaning if you enter
that's hard to get. I don't know. It's not my thing.
You can't leave or pass without provoking an attack of opportunity. Consequently, reaching your opponent's backline is guaranteed death for his ranged units. Conversely, ranged units benefit from high elevation. The higher you are, the bigger your range, and the harder it is for melee units to reach you. Compared to heroes, unit upgrades are very pricey. However, the upgraded form of every unit is about a 2-fold power difference, which doesn't account for all the abilities they receive. These range from game-changing to
Dude, I'm going
to play the bagpipe.
Holy!
Currently, there's 4 races
that was
to
delicious.
Play. Arleon, Rana, Barya, and the Barony of Loth. Arleon is post-collapse Rome, a formerly dominant empire carved up by barons and feudal lords, trying desperately to hold on to the status quo. That is, if Rome allied itself with the entire furry community. Honestly, I kind of get it.
Dude, we got the fucking Dragonflight expansion right here. Furries and scalies are different, right? Yeah, they're different. I should be an expert on this. I'm a VR chat player.
Explorer.
All right.
And you
we're back in
upon this isolated village inside the Amazon, consisting entirely of Crystal the Fox, but there's no males. So, you gotta do your part. You gotta turn those woodland creatures into woodland Twinkies, because if you don't, they won't survive. Barya is literally the Merchants Guild. They're a federation of technologically advanced merchant states who also engage in a little slavery, which is, unfortunately, where the comparison ends, because we've never owned slaves. I actually asked my relatives, and technically, what we had would be referred to as serfs. Rana represent the scalies, the frogs, and everything else.
I was getting a little sussy.
Typically,
if you have more than 4 monster?
Limbs, you get to be part of Rana. Enslaved and abused for generations, their natural response, understandably, is to murder everyone. Finally, we've got the Barony of Loth, a breakaway faction of Arleon. The only difference? Necromancy. They're trying to bring back the good old days by raising them from the dead. For reference, one of their basic units is a loyal soldier brought back from the dead. Their strongest is several soldiers buried close together, so when resurrected, they fuse together into a giant lump. And
that is cool.
About it for gameplay. There's people to kill, treasure to loot, and cities to plunder. Pretty much the quintessential hero's experience. This game can be played both on and offline, single player and multi. It's not very clear, but you can actually hot seat this game, as in play with 2 people on the same computer. All you have to do is tag yourself in for 2 slots when starting the map. There's currently no mechanic to hide the screen between turns, so I recommend putting a blanket over it before you press end turn. Still,
why does this man have this?
People won't try to peek, which is why I record the entire session on a USB camera. My house is a very fun place. Hey Seth, why is there a proximity sensor? Good question. Why is there movement at 3 in the morning? There's also a map editor, and it's very good. You can do a lot of complex events without having to understand the code behind it. Conversely, for the Heroes 5 video, I had to learn a scripting language just to make a 10-second joke. Finally, there's the single-player campaign,
that's
which leads
fucking
us
dedication.
To the story. There's currently 2 campaigns, Arleon and Rana, each consisting of 4 different missions. Do not be fooled. These are deceptively long and take a while to finish. The Arleon campaign is a good introduction to the game. It shows you the ropes and helps you understand the core concepts. However, your main character, Cecilia, is a unit-focused welder, so you won't get a super deep appreciation of the essence system until you've had more time to play around with it. She's not a spellcaster, so you won't get access to better spells unless you know exactly how to level up and tilt the skill priority. And for the record, I don't think most people playing right now even realize you can do that. So unless you know exactly what you're doing, which, spoiler, you don't, you're going to have a mixed experience. That's because you'll mostly have Order Essence, which is very buff heavy, but it's not spectacular, and you don't have it leveled up, so you won't even get to see its full potential. It's a mild complaint, and you can fix it by playing the Rana campaign. campaign. At the end of each mission, you are rewarded with singing. I'll be honest, I skipped this in the beginning because I felt secondhand embarrassment.
Am I the only one that hate like looking at a lot of cinematics and definitely like singing cinematics? I feel like when people are singing in video games, I just want to just like skip it and move on. I just get really, I don't know. It's just like, it's always, honestly, I'm just like, often, it's not really cringe, but it's just like, I just don't want to see it. I want to play the game. I want to play the game. I don't want to watch the cinematic about someone singing all the time. It's like, it's too much. Singing in anime, movies, and games is most of the time dog. Yeah, it's like most of the time like shit. Remember when The Witcher... This is an unpopular opinion. Remember Witcher, the Witcher series on Netflix? You know when the bard started singing about the Witcher? I kind of cringed. I don't think it is good at all. I never liked fucking singing in movies and stuff like that. It's just not good in my opinion. Oh, it's cringe for me, like FF Yuna singing, so cringe. I haven't played enough FF to know about that. Take that back, Wolfstorm, Miss Pog. Alright, I'll take that back for you, Lord Chantry. I think it was alright. Yo! Bobster
gifted Gundam Tsukiyomi a subscription. Bobster gifted a tier 1 sub to
Bobster!
Tsukiyomi.
Bro, that is massive, Bobster. You've been very supportive. Thank you, Bobster. Thank you so much for the 5 tier 1 gifts. Dude, thank you for gifting 5 tier 1 community subs, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Bobster. Man, big clap for Bobster. Thank you, buddy. That is 18 subs. That's a lot, Bobster. Thank you. I know what I hate the entire episode of seeing that goes against the entire rest of the show. 90s show. I don't know. I don't like. Just listen to me moan for a minute.
Subscription. Bobster gifted a tier 1 sub to The Witcher.
Did the animation show? I have a question. Did the... Well, let me just like real quick. I just need to double check this. Oh fuck! I don't wanna. Can I just like see one? Okay, I just want to double check.
Bobster gifted Gundam Tsukiyomi a subscription.
I just need to double check because I didn't look at the OBS. I want to check out notification works properly. All right, but thank you, Bobster, again. Thank you so much for gifting 5 subs. I really appreciate it. Sil, how you doing, buddy? Hi, welcome, Sil. Hope you're doing great. The alerts, dude. I need to commission more alerts. I might next month commission different alerts. I said that ages ago I was gonna commission new alerts, but I didn't. I went for the 2D avatar instead. That's why I didn't. Thank you again, Bobs. I really appreciate that. But yeah, I don't know. Singing in, like, I love... Listen. So this is the thing. I'm not all against singing as well. That's the thing. Because I like theater. I like theater and opera. I like classical music a lot, right? So classical doesn't really matter. But opera and fucking theaters plays. I don't mind singing in those and stuff like that. Opera is basically nearly singing. But I really just don't like it in series. I think it's in series and game. It's just weird. Opera, like not opera. Am I pronouncing it wrong? Not the reality TV host. Not her. Oprah. Fucking big men and women yelling into the microphone. Talking about music, just a little bit. We just talked about singing in video games and series, but yeah. I mean, your model. Wait. The alert. Oh, my model throwing it. I don't know. We were RPing. Have I told you that story of how that alert came in? That we were like, so my friends, so I put in VR chat, my friends joined an RP group called the Lolly Police Patrol. Their duty is basically going to public worlds and finding people that are being indecent and put them into their world and put them in the prison. So you're locked in the prison. Now, hey, listen, you're twisting my words, buddy. Let me finish my story. It's put in a prison, and two of my friends. So one of my friends, Rachel, who was there earlier, was one of them joining, and she's like, "Do you want to see how it is inside, just to see how it is?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure. I've never been there before." So she arrested me to see how it was inside of the prison, and inside of there, all the police officers are RPing, but the prisoners, the ones that were prisoners, they were heavy role playing like crazy. And we started having like a fucking fight. There was like a food fight in the food court. And I was just like thinking, what did I do? So I picked up some food and I threw it. And apparently me making a noise of throwing food was so dank that people like Magma and Tullio picked it up. Magma loved it so much. And so we added it as a sound effect. But in the end, it just sounds like me moaning while throwing food. It's dumb. But you know, I don't know how long we're keeping that. Whenever we change it in like notification, we'll have something different, dude. And we went on a rail, though. Use your avatar, make a GIF out of it, and then your voice. I don't know. I could do that, but I was thinking I could get something animated. Attillee, just get Ganu Gasm as a sub notification. Do you want just Ganu to Gasm as a sub notification? Do you think that is the way to bait more subs? Moaning with lolly friends. There we go. Beach party. Let's have a beach party. Holy shit. All right, let's get back to the video. Get most DJ standing Wi-Fi for the notification sound. That is real nice. Dude, what do you think people that join into my stream will start thinking, huh? When they click on the stream and someone gifts the subs and all you hear is a fucking, like a Genshin waifu starting, like looking all crazy, and you hear all of these insane anime moaning noises. I don't think, I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I don't know if I'd be intrigued and interested and stick around, or I'd be like, you know what, buddy? Not today. Today is not the day we go this wild. Let me click off to another channel. Like, listen. I don't know what I feel about that. I don't think we'll do that stuff. Let's be real. When they see us talk, that's what are they going to think? True, but they think in Twitch chat. They think just Twitch chat. They don't think about anything else. It's just their typical Twitch chat itself. Well, they will think you're the degenerate furry VR chat ERP they've been looking for. Listen, I'm not a furry, but I guess so. And also, I'm not ERP. Listen, Rachel, what the fuck did Rachel say? You know, we have these goals. We have some goals I'm setting up for our Raid Shadow of Legends sponsorship. If we hit those, by the way, if you have the time, click that link. Make an account, download the game, do the tutorial. It takes 5 minutes. If you do that, it will help me tremendously. But if we hit the goals, Rachel is like, she said in chat, if I hit the goal, I should ERP. And I'm like, so I should ERP if I hit the goal and tell everyone about the goal, like how it was? Dude, I went in there, I was wiggling the air. It was crazy, dude. I don't know. Dude, sub to Attillee or sub to this, those are your options. Dude, okay. Exactly what I thought was happening when I first saw you in VR chat. Listen, it's just because some anime girl clothing are a bit more revealing than anything. But you were interested, Rebel. You stuck around, weren't you? You were like Mage T, should I look away or should I be sticking around a bit more? For your 2D avatar, please get a rig to imitate. Wait, imitate what? What do you mean? What do you mean? What were you saying, Bio? My brain, you know, no, I'm not gonna get a rig for me to do that. No, that's not happening. You gotta no. That is absolutely not happening, mister. You gotta calm down. You need to. You mean dink donk? Listen, boys, I'm gonna spoil a little thing. My avatar is a fucking classic Giga Chad. It is absolutely the top tier, like VTuber model. It is absolute top tier male VTuber model. You cannot see that character be dumb dink donking. I'm just telling you right now, that does not work. That is not happening. But one of the goals for the sponsorship, if we hit 60 signups, I'll show you my little fox guy's HD version. So his new sketch work, and I could make him. I could make the mascot our little fox wolf. He's basically a wolf now. Our little boy, our little wolf mascot. I'm talking about this little guy. This little guy. I can make him Dink Donk. I can make him Dink Donk. I'm gonna have him on my lap. I'm gonna have a toggle of him being on my lap, so he will be there, right? So I will have a mascot with my 2D VTuber model, so I could make him Dink Donk. Maybe I'll try to figure out a way that if people spam Dink Donks, he will do Dink Donk as well and just take out a bell and start Dink Donk. That would be funny. I kind of want to figure. There's probably a way for me to set up like automated animations for my little guy to do on the VTuber the VTuber program. I bet that there's a way for me to like put in a string so it will have chat integrations. So for example, if people spam Dink Donk, he will also Dink Donk.
Dink Donk.
Dink Donk, exactly, Dink Donk. So we will see when it goes on. I think that's a good idea though. I think that is a great idea to add Dink Donk. We might do that. We'll see whenever we get to that step. We'll take a look and we'll see. We might add that to our little sponsorship. What am I saying? I'm saying sponsorship too much. I'm saying our little project, our little VTuber project. I think we can add that. That sounds fun. I think one of those new stream automated tools can send API calls off for channel points. API call to VR chat. Well, this is not VR chat. This is like my VTuber one. So I won't have him in VR chat. I will only have him as a VTuber. So, I mean, if it's VR chat Dink Donk, I could just make the asset myself and make Dink Donk as a toggle. It's not that hard. And I've seen people do like toggle, like chat, like integrations, like API to make the VR chat model do stuff. Like I think Murder Crumpet, he has like if people gift subs or stuff like that, depending on the amount, he will either explode, like get shot and stuff like that, and blow a lot of blood and stuff like that. That is really cool. I wish I had that. I don't know how you add those things, but it's really cool. You could add that. That's stuff where you're capturing your model from. So should have an API though. Most do. Yeah. So that you can do that in a way. Anyways, we've been going around a bit. Like we should get back to the video, shouldn't we? Ringing like this too. Yeah, I don't know. I tried to. So I made this, right? I didn't make the art. I made the animation. And Photoshop would not let me do this faster, make the GIF faster. I wanted it to be faster. I'll get back to the video.
Eventually, I grew to like it and just embraced.
Thank you for the hydrate, by the way, Blessed.
I thought about it. The bards of yesterday are pretty much the SoundCloud rappers of today. So why did I produce such an automatic, visceral response? Maybe the Zoomer population could relate a little more. Maybe if every mission was concluded with a short performance by the prodigious Lil Yachty. Maybe the eventual Barony of Loft campaign could feature lyrics by SsethTzeentach, which would be fitting because, you know, they're undead. And he is, similar. Right now, the game is always changing. There's patch notes almost every week, nerfing some kind of exploit, which was usually the core of my strategy. So I'm forced to make this review even faster to try and outpace the balance team. I'm obviously using a plural, but I know who you are. Carl. Listen, I'm just a young blood trying to make it in the project. I'm raised on a staple diet of oatmeal and ironic webms of anime girls about to undress, where in the last second they pull a bait and switch on you, swapping to animated footage of African-American men reflecting shower water using their developed glutes.
Oh my god.
You gotta keep a brother down.
Oh my god.
Capped. Essence generation to 6 a unit. Why you gotta do this to me? He's doing this quicker than I can write the script. And no, I am not going to correct myself. I'm just gonna Photoshop over it and pretend it still works. Section 3, abusing the game.
Given, welcome buddy.
List of things I've discovered.
Hi Given.
Spells are interesting. Spells can be stacked for great effect. For example, knights have the ability to charge. For every tile they cross, they deal more damage. But if you cast Quicken and stack it repeatedly, they can run back and forth across the entire battlefield several times over.
I love that as
finally,
well.
they collide.
When it's so dark outside, you don't even know the hour.
Do it twice. Whatever damage it used to do, it doesn't, and now can be safely beaten to death.
Bro, I hate that it's so hot.
Charge essence.
I can't sit like a normal human.
Essence twice per turn. Strengthen essence allows any unit generating essence to generate even more. Casting Strengthen essence twice on free necromancers gives you 36 balls worth of arcane and destruction.
Balls.
That's 2 arcane storms and 2 fireballs every turn. Or you can repel him 5 times. The displacement may be physical, but the damage is psychological. I found out repel also works on your units. This enables us to perform drive-bys. You know what else works on your units? Blood Boil. Wait, what's this? Rats go berserk when injured, doing double damage? Very curious. Blind Hatred makes a unit randomly attack another. At max level, this happens 3 times in sequence. So we force a militia to attack a horned one. The horned one berserks, one-shots the militia, and everyone around it. You can cast this on your own units as well.
That is really cool.
A high legion into enemy ranks. By the way, legion attacks cleave through enemies into adjacent targets. Cast Blind Hatred. Watch as they peel everyone around them like a potato. And then continue your turn, because that didn't count as an attack. If that ever sounds unfair, just remember, you can take free stacks of dragons, take free turns, and then cast Rejuvenate to get 6 turns, and then cast Mist on them, turning them invincible until the next turn. This doesn't affect you because they're faster than everyone else, which puts you in an infinite loop where you can attack the enemy and turn invincible before he can ever respawn.
Good luck, Bio. I wish you the best.
Single turn. But when you have so many dragons, you're building tall. Ooh. So I cast Justice, which kills 9 of a stack, regardless of what they are. Each time I cast that spell, you lose 30k, which makes you rather upset. So you patch it the next day. Whatever am I going to do? Oh, that's right. I'll just cast it again. Alternatively, take advantage of the Essence system to build wide and fill every army slot with a 1-stack. Good idea, but you're not the first. There's a mechanic called momentum. Essentially, each time you kill a stack, everyone on your team does more damage, but they also take less damage. For this reason, losing several units in a row quickly spirals out of control and may cost you the entire fight. Ignore my advice, continue to 1-stack. Have your opponent cast Apocalypse on your ass. Realize in that moment his welder has Essence Leech. Watch as your essence gets stolen, multiplied by 3, and used against you. Going wide isn't bad, as per se, but there's more interesting ways to do it. Sacrifice 9 stacks of Blessed Bones to make 9 stacks of Skeletons to generate 18 units worth of essence.
What
then
the
do
fuck?
it again to make 27.
This race looks OP.
When walking is no longer an option, when the concept of moving forward implies we can burn it quicker than it grows. Earthblock is a great spell. So great, in fact, that nobody could invade towns anymore. Melee units would desperately tunnel through the jungle, dying from 10 billion trillion arrows before they even got close. According to the patch notes, they fixed
this
it.
This game looks fun.
Absolutely nothing, because I'm still doing it. In this game, the laws of physics are less of an obligation and more of a rough guideline, which I've chosen to ignore. I don't need to explain how a cannon, which normally has to reload between shots, can fire the same cannonball 10 times in a row. But if you stack multi-attack on a Hell Breath, anything is possible. Spells have a lot of fine print. For example, Rapid Fire gives every ranged unit an extra attack, but it's not based on the unit's turn, it's based on the entire round. So 3 different units shoot 6 times, but because it's still the same round, we cast Rejuvenate and shoot 12 times. I love this game. Swap is a very versatile spell. What's that? A tightly knit circle of spellcasters? Allow me to swap in my hyena with his mage, leaving his forces with no option but to kill themselves, because a hyena retaliates first and has infinite retaliations. Defending against a siege. Decide that I want my ballistic.
Dude, this game actually looks fun. I said I don't like Might and Magic, but this actually looks like something I could enjoy playing.
A little playpen. Bad smell gas. A leading cause of BRAP-related mortality. Swapping 2 units inside a cloud of gamer girl miasma makes them gag all over again.
They bought the fucking Bella Delphine bathwater
and their organs collapse,
making them into grenades and throwing them around now.
Hell. I know my imagery is evocative.
It's the spirit sex.
I'm not into this. I have a flowery imagination, and I'm an empath, which means even if I'm not a BRAP fag,
bro, what the fuck? What the fuck is that? Hello? What is this creature? Bro, imagine you walk at night and you see this guy. Like, what the hell is going on? Did I fucking run away? The big boy as hell. There's a big boy with latex armor. I never thought this would be like that wild. Holy.
Be morally dubious. It's time
He's
to
just
change
laying
the
there. He's just having a good time, but he's just chilling
swap
out.
I've ever done is with an artificer. Place a landmine directly in front of him. Target an enemy on the same
accept
lane
your
and swap
fate if
him
you
out.
run
The
into him
landmine
late
is
at
now
night.
directly
You don't
behind
know
the
what's gonna
enemy.
happen
Cast
after
repel
that. Holy
and watch
shit.
them forcibly eat the landmine twice because
wait,
for some reason, repelling people
big
into traps
furry
applies
man?
the damage twice. At this point, I am so far gone. I don't even know where exploits begin and mechanics end. Case in point, normally it takes a while to get your economy rolling and producing troops, but when you recruit a welder, they spawn with some units already. Now, if you dismiss them, they disappear from the game, but they can be rehired
Big furry
with the
man.
same starting units. So, right from the start, we print a bunch of high-end units, steamroll through the early turns, and pay off our investment. This is, objectively, the best way to play, as according to my subjective feelings. Then, I wondered to myself, could I abuse the hire and dismiss mechanic even more? Of course I did. Why else would I write this? There's a very interesting skill in this game called Tutor. When two friendly welders interact, max level Tutor grants 75% of a tutor's total experience to the other welder at no cost. When welders level up, they get offered skills. Depending on your choices, you get offered a different power at levels 8 and 16. Paired with a high level tutor, I abuse this to train 8 different welders in the blink of an eye. We avoid skills with combat and magic. We take only miscellaneous passive income. So when we hit level 8, we get access to Levy, which means at level 16, we get the upgrade. Rank 2 Levy is a power that grants you a global 60% increase in unit production. Multiplied by 8 welders and rounded up, that's 500% more dragon every turn. That's 6 dragons a day. It's actually insane. Alternatively, your opponent is running a counter to your build, so you build the counter to his counter, except in your case, it takes you 5 seconds to counter
Taxes are a power for sure.
You can't
Taxes
win
is the strongest power.
But who said we had to fight fair? We're going to win by losing, and they're going to lose by winning. We train up a bunch of welders to get the first turn. We nuke the field. We kill units many times our value, and then we die. And then we do it again and again, until eventually they have no troops left with which to fight. At which point, I start to mock them. I call them gay and immediately apologize, unless they identify with that label, in which case I send a little kiss, you know, to establish dominance.
I didn't know that was a kiss.
A lot of abuse, but ultimately the strongest tactic in this game is just play Rana. All the Rana initiative upgrades, prepared level 3 and eager level 2, results in the highest possible initiative in the entire game. There is no counterplay because you don't get to play, you just get to watch. As Sun Tzu famously said, when 2 men sword fight in the shower, the winner strikes first. At the end of the day, balance. I don't give a shit because I want something interesting to me. I played a lot of Heroes multiplayer, and guess what? It sucked. There's very little dopamine to be had from playing online. Here, it's
nothing wrong with 2 men just doing that, all right?
And more often, you have to
just 2 homies having a battle
and manage supply lines. You don't just win out of the blue without some foreshadowing or momentum. Based on the title, you would expect some good music, and you'd be correct. I think the music is generally fantastic, but the Arleon and Frog tracks have a particular nest in my heart.
Warm up warm up the room.
They made a unique
unholy. Thank you so much for the sub, buddy. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the Taiwan sub. 2 months. The time flies by real quick. Thank you, buddy. I really appreciate that. Welcome, buddy.
Unholy Hoyt just subscribed. Less than 3, only 2.
Only
That's
2 vanilla shit. True, dude. Bro. We gotta add some more. We gotta add some more men into the pile. I remember this meme. I remember fucking this guy sending this random girl a message, send dudes, and she's like, "You mean nudes? No, send more dudes. I'm in a fight. I need men." Back to the pile of boys. Exactly. Get yourself into the shower, mister. All right, dude. Thank you, Unholy. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the sub. I really appreciate it. Welcome. Hope you're doing good, buddy. Hope you're doing good.
For every welder, that there's 9 per faction.
I'm in a fight. I need more men. Send in the boys. I need more men. I'm in one kind of fight at least. Holy shit. Get them all over.
To make 36 of them I felt pretty humble. All the sprites and all the animations are beautiful. It's generally just a beautiful game. In summary, the world is incredibly starved for games like Songs of Conquest, and I'm gonna shill it as
Do you
hard
not
as
bring me back to my Diablo 2 days? Dude, when I was playing Diablo 2, I played a Necromancer. I needed mana 24/7. All the time, every cost I did, the guy was like, I need more mana. When I fought Diablo, I was so under geared and had such bad armor that I had to kite that dude for like 20 minutes, and I needed mana all day, all night. It was, oh my god.
I can. Or
my boy just kept on repeat with a remix popping up. I need more mana every single second. Oh god.
As long as my attention span holds. I'm such a Gemini. Why? Because it represents a return to the 2000s, where products had long-term appeal and complexity, where some respect.
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. I'm doing well. It's my free day today. It's my day off, so I'm just chilling out, having a good time. We played a bit of random games today.
Ancient game of
now we're just doing a little bit of reaction.
Product today, it would play for you automatically until you reach a perfect 50-50 win-loss ratio, regardless of your own skill. It would have gacha mechanics. They would be described
my favorite.
Forgiving, reasonable, and I'm paid to write this article, where 10,000 pulls grants you a single pity pull.
Thank you.
You can take out a loan at the press of a button to buy more gacha. And that little twig you throw is a DLC sold separately. In conclusion, I forgot the point I was trying to make. Get your car and go buy a 40-pound bag of rice. Trust me, you'll thank me later. Songs of Conquest.
Why?
I adore this game and highly recommend it. If you're interested, follow my link for 30% off on GOG for the next 10 days. I think. I'm not sure. Yo, editor, clip this out. That's a joke. I don't have an editor. This is probably the best discount and lowest price ever offered, so please take advantage of it. I'd like to say this is made possible because of my inflated ego, a mechanism of overcompensation for my non-existent self-worth. But in
bro, what is his background? What is going on over here? What? Who is this guy? Important notes to do one hike. Oh my god, that reminds me. I'm soloing War, bringing back some Mist and Pandaria, cutting the fuckers for 15 minutes, and some Alliance fucker would come and say hi. Oh, I love those beautiful interactions. Those sure are fun. Those sure are fun. I remember when the hell did I do those? The Warbringers. I don't remember. Was it Mist? It was either Mist or VOD. I was farming the Wormbringers. I think I farmed them a bit in Mist, but I mostly got all the mounts in VOD. Is that Joe Rogan? Why does he look like a dwarf? Morrowind?
For my non-existent self-worth, but in reality, and though it pains me
how's
to say
it
this,
going?
the man who made this possible is French. As always, more content to come, so stay tuned. I need to sell out. A warm thanks to the many members of the Merchants Guild generously funding and bankrolling these videos. You're all truly wonderful. Have a good one.
Hi, Magma! Hi, Magma. Good morning. Hi, buddy. Did you just finish work? Welcome, Magma. Hope you're doing good. Dude, that was a great video. This game is wild. That was a really good video, actually.